Hey, we are here with Gamebound, a little series where we play one-shots and short campaigns of various sorts. And today we are continuing our what was maybe going to be a two-shot, maybe going to be a three-shot. We'll see how long it takes for us to get through it. We're continuing our escape from Dino Island. Last time, our characters Greg, Terry, and Kurt, resident doctor, hunter, and engineer, parachuted onto Dino Island, a mysterious island that apparently appears only at very specific times in very specific manners that Kurt was able to find out via mathematics. And you guys are here on a mission from the U.S. government. The U.S. government apparently was just kind of set this up as a favor to Kurt. They didn't really actually plan on putting much funding behind this mission, and so it's just the three of you. And you're here to capture a live specimen of a dinosaur of some sort and rendezvous with the helicopter, which is going to take you to the aircraft carrier over yonder, waiting for you in the ocean. You are also here. Greg is primarily here to try to find his long lost brother. Long lost being like a year or so, but at the end of the last session, you guys did actually run into him. Terry thought he was Bigfoot, but it was actually just Brad. We named him. So we have Greg and Brad Wong. They are. Brad was in a ghillie suit. Apparently, he's been surviving on the island since his expedition. So that's where we are. You also are being chased by a flock of Compsognathuses, which are like little tiny theropod dinosaurs that are swarming through like the tunnels in these ancient ruins that you found. So that's kind of where we are right now. Kurt currently has a Compsognathus captured with duct tape. And so technically, if you were able to get out of immediate peril and make it out with the dinosaur in tow, you will have accomplished your first of the two main goals, or the two main like obstacles towards like that we're kind of progressing the game here. As soon as you get that dinosaur secured, we would move on to the next stage of the game. But if you manage to lose the dinosaur, then you know you'd have to keep looking. I think the other. Oh man, I think I just deleted this. Oh, here we go. Okay. Yes. The problem is we can't leave until we finished our mission, and the mystery is who sabotaged your mission and why. Technically, if either one of those is completed, so even if you didn't find a dinosaur yet, if you figure out who sabotaged your mission and why, then that will also count as advancing the game. Once one of those is solved, we would move into the next stage of the game, and you guys would get an advance. You get to choose one of your advanced moves from your playbook there, kind of upgrade your character. Once both of those things are solved, we would move to Escape from Dino Island, right? The final escape that you need to accomplish. So that's the way our game is going to go. For right now, though, you are still deep in the thick of things, being chased by dinosaurs. So let's jump right back into it, shall we? I'm going to reset my camera real quick because it's like going slow. But once I do that, we will jump back into it. Actually, let's do this real quick, just so everybody can refresh themselves on who the characters are. Let's go around real quick and just have you read off your. So for you, example, Greg, like your personality, look.
I am Greg Wong. My personality is authoritative. My look is dashing.
And you are a doctor,
rumor
yeah?
I'm a doctor, yes. And the rumor is I have a family member who came to this island and
yes, that's one of the things you heard.
Never came back, which is who we just ran into.
Brad. I'll put it here so we remember. Brad Wong. Very cool. You have a special move where you can treat people's wounds. So that's nice. All right.
But not my own.
Emily, who is Terry?
Terry. Hunter. Controlled. Wearing performance wear, like camo pants and a tank top, but there's some tattoos. Rumor, no human had set foot on the island before last year.
I mean, yeah.
So true still, for sure.
Definitely not true. It is true of, as far as you know, of the modern humans, maybe, but at the very least, there were ancient humans, because we did see a mural
No
of
way.
dinosaurs
think-
and humans living together.
I think the dinosaurs figured out how to paint those. We discussed this last time.
I remember now. I remember.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
My special move is tracker, and I get to study my environment for sport.
Very good. Very good. All right. And then last but not least, we got Kurt.
Before I say anything, can I just say that every time I think of Greg Wong, I just picture Dr. Rip Studwell.
Who?
Don't remember who that is.
That would be the fairy doctor from Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay. All right.
You almost made Caleb spit out his
I
fruit,
did.
Jordan.
Okay.
That was
That's
very
one
rude
take.
of you.
I'm here to cause chaos.
What's going on with you?
Kurt
Kurt?
Oh, I like that. Actually, I'm fine with this.
Greg Bontley, academic and dino freak.
Yeah. Playbook is the play sheet is engineer.
Yes. I make things, and I'm smart. That's basically my character.
Personality, look, and special move.
Ah, yes. Personality is precise. Look, there's a polo shirt and some khakis, as you would. Oh man, I should have. Yeah, that's fine. You said personality, look, and what?
What's your? Well, you're an engineer, so you have your special move of jury
Yeah.
rig.
Oh, right.
Which you used already to capture a dinosaur.
Sure, yeah. Whenever you whip up a makeshift solution to a problem, duct tape capturing a dinosaur certainly makeshift. Cool.
Orchestra.
I'm excited to see what you guys choose for your advanced move when we get there. Okay, so let's jump right back into it. You guys are deep in. You're kind of like in a some sort of tunnel or corridor or something that went into the ruins, deeper into the ruins. Terry went through like a curtain of vines to follow what he thought was Bigfoot. But Jordan, Seth, your characters were just running wildly, and you managed to run into the same.
To be fair, first he was patching up my arm,
Yes.
and then he decided to try and capture a dino, and it didn't work very well.
It did not. Okay, so the last thing we did was run. Yeah, Kurt, you rolled to run, and you got a 7 and 9. So I think we chose you get to a new location, but you're still being pursued. So you you run into Brad and Terry, and I think like there is a moment, I think is what we said, like, and I think that we had that moment already, which was basically like Greg being like, brother, right? Like you had a moment of realization. We picked right back up there. I think the thing that Brad says is basically, no, you can't be here. And again, Brad is Asian. He has a kind of thin beard. He is wearing a ghillie suit. We'll say that he's pulled up the hood of it so you can like see his face, but he looks pretty dirty and disheveled.
Brad, how are you
Wild-eyed.
still alive? There's no time. We're being chased.
And you can hear him like he like listens, right? He like turns his head and listens. He's like, compies, this way, and then he like runs off.
We'll follow.
You'll
I'm
follow
just
the NPC.
kind of like looking towards Greg and being like, Bigfoot's your brother?
Greg will just shake his head and follow Brad.
Sounds good. I'm trying to think of exactly what's going on here. The NPC can't roll for you. But let me double check what the basic moves give us for options here. Maybe I'll have him like give you a +1 or something. I know there's like a note somewhere here about what an NPC can give you. Yeah, useful NPC. NPCs are made to kind of be able to offer you something. So Brad knows a lot about dinosaurs. I definitely
Clearly,
think
he's lived here for a year.
Yeah, exactly. I think he is definitely the right person to follow. But I think the big thing is like, can you keep up? right? So no matter what, the direction in which you're going is the right direction, right? You're not going to get lost or turned around or whatever, as long as you keep following him. But if you guys can't keep up, then you may, get lost somewhere or fall down, get caught by the dinosaurs, whatever it is. So we usually when everyone has to do something in peril, the hero in the worst position or the lowest relevant stat rolls. I think we're rolling run, which is plus fit. Who has the lowest fit?
Boy, me. I have a -1.
Yes, we had you do this last time. Go ahead, Greg. Roll for us. I do think that like you out of anyone, if you're in danger, Brad might come back and help you.
But I'm rolling just run.
But you're rolling run. Yeah, you just click run on your character sheet.
Why do we keep
Consistently
rolling
failing this? That great.
horribly?
Very good, very good. Okay, so
is that the third or fourth 4 we've rolled?
yeah, it's definitely up there. Or down there as the case may be. Okay, so let's see here. The Compsognathus, the smaller theropods, the things that they can do are overwhelm with numbers, I think is what they're kind of doing here. So they are you guys make a mad dash right into the tunnel here. It's very dark. I'm trying to think. Did anyone have Terry? Did you have like a light or something? No, it was Kurt. You have a headlamp. So Kurt's headlamp is the thing as it bobs wildly, lighting the way right as you guys are rushing after Brad. And it's really just that, Greg, you're not made out for this sort of work, right? You cannot catch up. You spent way too much time, on luxury vacations or whatever else that a rich doctor does, right? To pass the time. Not so much in the fitness department. And so you can't keep up. Your breathing gets really labored. You feel a sharp pain in your side, and you know that you cannot keep this up for long. They're gaining on you. What would be your instinct? Like they're about to gain on you. I'm just curious what the narrative is.
I'd probably yell out to Brad.
Mm-hmm. And I do think, yeah.
I can't remember exactly how this works, but when do stories you tell pop up? No, I actually have to be telling someone a story. It can't be a flashback.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Usually it's during like a respite or something.
Yeah.
So I think what happens is Brad obviously rushes back. And Emily and Jordan, your characters don't really know where they're going, so I assume you don't rush past, keep going. Yeah? You stick around at least at a safe distance, maybe? What do you think? Or you just mad dash into the same direction? But yeah, Brad curses under his breath and starts wheels around and rushes back to help his brother.
I think I'd kind of keep going down the hall until there's a fork or something, or a turn that you'd have to make a choice at.
Wait, are we outside or inside somewhere?
You're kind of underground at this point.
Oh, okay.
So probably at one point this was a corridor of a building. But it looks like it's going further down, right? Like you went down a flight of crudely carved stairs. And I think you're rushing down this, and then you keep going down another corridor. There is a pillar that is kind of collapsed partially in this corridor, and most of everyone is able to kind of leap over it wildly. But you, Greg, when you get to it, I think you try. I mean, you still have a splinted arm, right? Technically your injury is gone, but you're just not in a good position, and you miss the leap, kind of slam into the pillar and slide down. And then by the time you right yourself, the Compsognathus are right on your tail, and you yell out to Brad.
But they're the ones with tails.
Yeah, you yell out to Brad, and maybe kind of just push yourself up against the pillar, right, just kind of bracing yourself. And that's when we see Brad leap over. And I do think that you get an injury here, because that's what it says here. A bunch of them start grabbing your legs and biting at you. And at first it's just an annoyance, but eventually enough of them are grabbing you all over, and it hurts like heck. And but then Brad he grabs something from his big satchel that he has, or backpack or whatever. He grabs some sort of coconut shell something, and he pulls what looks like a little cork or something, and then suddenly like whoosh, kind of like smoke starts boiling out of it, and he like tosses it and whoosh, makes this smoke screen. Sorry. And Greg, you feel 1,000 little bites everywhere, but you can't see them now. So at first it's like more terrifying. And then you feel yourself being dragged bodily over the pillar, and then like he's brushing them off of you and like, get out of here, get out, go. And then he has you like kind of hoists you onto his back, and then runs down the corridor.
Caleb is dying.
Sorry, guys.
Maybe he got eaten by compies.
Caleb, you're supposed to move out of the smoke.
Yeah. So go ahead and put an injury on your character sheet there, Greg.
Would it just be bites?
Yeah, like 1,000 tiny bites or something along those lines. Yep. Bitten everywhere.
I like
yeah,
The
it just
dinos
stings.
realized I'm a snack
Yeah.
with
Literal
two
snack.
C's.
So in the meantime, Terry, you are rushing on ahead, right?
Yeah.
And I think you come to kind of Mines of Moria style, a big empty chasm. And again, you're in the dark, so it's like, and there is a kind of stone bridge that just extends across into nothingness, and you can't see very far. Kurt, are you following Terry, or did you stick around?
I think I would try to find a spot, like start running away and realize what happened with Rip Studwell over there. Figure out what happened with Greg, and then instead of like continuing to run, I think I'm gonna like try to find a place to like hide and try to tape. If I have any more duct tape, try to duct tape the dinosaur's mouth closed so it can't keep crying out and revealing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think you have a moment that you don't need to hide necessarily mechanically. You can just duck behind something.
Yeah.
And let's have you just do it, right?
All right.
To kind of secure the dinosaur and make sure it won't talk.
You've had so many fails.
All right, yeah. So I think let's see here. Something else I can bring in here.
Did Charlie bite my finger?
Charlie bit me. That really hurt, Charlie.
Let's see. Okay, so I think this is what happens. You kind of duck down a side corridor, right? Trying to find a place to hide. And you kind of duck into what you think is an alcove. And you're starting to struggle with the dinosaur's mouth, and it's like nipping at you. And you're not like a super strong individual, so like you're like, oh, you're trying to get a hold of it. And you take a misstep, and what you thought was an alcove is actually like a alcove and a shaft. And you just plummet down some unknown shaft, and we have officially split the party. So Kurt, let's have you. Yeah, you know what? I think you make it down the shaft like fine. You don't like get injured here, but you do tumble. It's kind of Bespin like it kind of curves. And so you kind of hit hard, but you don't injure yourself, and you kind of roll and stumble, and the dinosaur goes flying from your hands. I think your headlamp gets shattered, and so you're kind of caught in the dark here. You think you can maybe fix it, but like maybe it just got loose. You're not sure, but you hear like glass shattering, and it goes out, and you hear the thing chirping near you, but you're kind of in the dark in some shaft somewhere. Yeah, what do you do?
I wonder why you started playing Darkest Dungeon in the middle of our session. How could you?
You hear a very deep voice that says, "In the darkest of days, light is on the horizon."
I just start screaming, "Dinosaur King is what I want to be!"
In the antiquities of madness, no one can hear you wish your dinosaur kingness.
Wait,
It's a
sorry, I
really
missed.
hard way
I missed
to
what
say
exactly
in space,
happened.
no one
Jordan
can hear
fell
you
down
scream.
Yeah, he fell down
hole
some
in
sort of
what?
shaft, yeah.
Fell down some stairs.
He's fallen and he can't get up.
Well, that is kind of true. All right, I fall down and then I just start to cry.
Well, that's fine. No move for that, but you can do it.
Yeah,
Crying is a free action.
yeah. No,
Yeah, you have to stumble around in the darkness here to do something, but yeah, just up to you.
I think
Does he- It's a complete miss, not even a partial success. That sucks.
Yeah. Mhm.
One
Yeah.
short.
I think. Well, it's still like restrained somewhat.
Yeah, it's not going to get out. It's just going to keep chirping.
Especially since you guys just fell down a shaft. Where would it go?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's the headlamp is still on your head, so you could try to like fiddle with it and get it working
Yeah, I
again.
think I'm gonna try to fix the headlamp.
Sure. I'm thinking maybe makeshift, like your jury rig, because it's broken, right?
Yeah.
Please let us roll on skills we're good with, Caleb.
This in theory should be. Yeah, there you go.
Hey!
Yep. So nothing there. It was just loosened, right? Like the glass shattered, so the light is exposed. So it's more vulnerable to if something like this is to happen again. Like it would probably just shatter the bulb at that point. But you're able to just tighten it again, and you with a hope and a prayer, it turns back on. Yeah, and you see, I think you see you find yourself in. Let me check my notes here and see if I can grab a. Yeah. I think that you find yourself in what looks like I don't know, a crypt, maybe? Like you're starting getting all sorts of like mummy movie vibes, and though I guess this is like 1970, so whatever
Sure.
movie would have been out at that point, right? That would give these sort of vibes, like dungeon delving, monster hunter.
It's definitely Indiana Jones.
Yeah, there we go. Indiana Jones is 100% what.
Jordan, you're gonna become the dinosaur king of games.
I find the Millennium Puzzle down here. I summon Pteranodon in attack mode.
Yeah, so I mean, you don't see like an actual tomb yet or something, but like it has all the vibes of it. Like you're in a corridor of that sort of chamber or complex, rather. Yeah. So while you think of that, here let's cut back to Terry.
Yeah.
So Terry, you are standing kind of like at there's a chasm all around you. There's a bridge going across into nothingness. You do not have a light because Kurt did not follow you. So what do? Do you have anything? What's on your character sheet? Do you have anything that would be useful here?
No. I have a tranquilizer rifle, a hunting knife, my camouflage clothing, and a bag of jerky.
There you go. Yeah, so you could just like kind of you could wait, right? There is a bridge here, but it's very dark and it's not super broad. So like if you crossed it, you would be kind of inching your way across, hoping you don't take the wrong step.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna wait.
Sure. I think you do notice one thing right next to the bridge, though, to your right. It looks like a carved dinosaur totem or effigy or something. Yeah. And yeah, here, what are the basic moves here? Yeah, okay. So you see this, and it looks like a pteranodon or something, right? Like an aerial dinosaur.
In attack mode.
Interesting. I look directly beneath the totem and see if it's on some sort of pressure plate.
No, it looks like maybe like a wood pole of some sort inserted
okay.
into a carved like post hole.
Ooh. Does it seem as if I could remove this?
Yeah.
I'm a controlled person, though. I'm gonna wait.
Sounds good. So as you're waiting, you are hearing the stuff happening behind you and like shouting and whatnot. And you're kind of getting yourself ready for when they show up again. But you suddenly start hearing low. It sounds like clicking. Like that. Somewhere off in the darkness. And you're not, it's unclear. You can't tell how big this chamber is. It seemed big,
I'm
though.
walking back. I'm starting to walk back.
Sure, slowly back up. I got.
Yeah.
And yeah, you bump into Brad as he's crashing forward. And he says, "What are you doing? We need to move. Where's my light?" And then he says, "Greg, do you have a flashlight?" He's like,
I have a. Wait, that's me, right?
Yeah.
I have a pen light.
"Turn it on." Yeah, and he's like, "Good enough."
I just kind of look and I'm like, is Kurt not with you?
No, I thought he was.
Thought he was with you.
No, he was behind me. He's not as
Well,
fast as me.
He's probably dead now. Let's keep going.
Oy vey, splitting the party. Great.
So we're just
Sure.
leaving him?
Do you want to die? Be my guest. Go back. Right. As they come.
That's just such a fair point, though. I don't want to die.
Yeah, so he snatches the pen light from you, Greg, and then use it to like lead the way and like it's like, okay, watch your step, right? And going across. He says, "Be as quiet as possible. I don't think they'll follow us past this point." And yeah, you start inching your way across. Greg, I think he put you down at this point, right? But has you right behind him, right? Like just kind of inching along. And you're right. He's right. Eventually, the comm signal sounds like disappear in the background. But you start hearing from above. But he just like Brad is ignoring it and just like going across. He's not saying a word. What do you do?
I don't see the peril move wet myself.
Are we still like on the bridge?
Yeah, you're in the middle of a very long bridge in the middle of a chasm.
Nope, I'm controlled. We're crossing the bridge.
What does hold on to your butt do?
So hold on to your butt is
Katie's
for
sitting right here and hearing all this out of context. So she's very confused right
It's
now.
simply when you hold on to your butt. It's
Yeah,
very
obviously.
self-explanatory.
It says when you rely on sheer physicality to power through difficulty or ignore a debilitating injury. So it'd be like you have to lift something or
Okay, that's not the situation we're in then. I was looking for a peril move that I mean steady is kind of it. The just do it.
So yeah, are you just following Brad across or
We're just following him across.
It becomes I think
I'd like to say that I like have my tranquilizer rifle like ready to go, but then like my hunting knife is in my hand.
Sure, yeah. You get about to the 3/4 point, and Greg, at least to you, you're not as controlled as Terry is. You swear there are things all around you, like they are going to get you. You're starting to freak out a little bit. I would like you to roll just do it, to just be calm, right? Not freak out.
I have a +2 to this. That's a 10. That's
Nice.
a 10. Great success.
Yeah, you're like, okay, my brother's here. He knows how to do this sort of stuff. Like you're able to control yourself. Anything you want to add to how that looks like?
Probably like Brad can like hear my breath kind of quickening, and he looks back at me and goes like, "No." I'm like,
Yeah, you just.
"Okay."
And then you get about maybe 5/6 of the way of the cross, and he says,
Oh
"Run!"
my!
My gosh.
And you just book it. And as the pen light in his hand starts pumping, right, you start seeing gangly, horrible, like Underdark style pteranodon looking things starting to swoop in to get you, right? It's pitch black in here, so you're not sure how they're living down here. Like, at least as far as you guys know, any of you know about like dinosaurs, like they don't see in the dark, so you're like you don't know what's going on here, but it's kind of terrifying.
Greg,
Greg,
of the cave with dinosaurs.
Greg, you're gonna have to roll to run again.
Come on, Caleb.
Good luck.
You keep
Sorry.
having to make me roll.
This is a
to
Jurassic
run.
Park simulator. There's a lot of running.
I thought it would be helpful to
Seth,
be a doctor.
You love Jurassic Park. We're just giving you the opportunity to live in it.
Just like you've
Okay.
always wanted, buddy.
This is
I don't want to live.
this
in
is
it like
really
this.
you.
Well,
We're-
which is it? Do you want to live in it or do you want to?
Why? I rolled a 1 and a 3.
Another injury.
I'm gonna
Okay, so-
die.
So according to the rules you just did,
I died.
yes,
He
because so what
died?
happens when you get 2 injuries is you hit the casualty move. We'll see. I'm gonna take a look and see how mean I want to be.
Okay,
I
but like
specific-
this makes a lot of sense that
Uh-huh.
Seth dies.
I
Seth.
picked a doctor so we wouldn't die,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm a doctor, and then I die anyway.
Well,
Well,
because
okay.
Seth, it doesn't matter who you are, you're just gonna die. That's just how it works here.
Let's see.
Because she knows about my death streak.
Okay, yeah, I think we're gonna hit it. I technically you already should have died a while ago because you got 2 injuries and I didn't give you that second injury before.
Well, which second injury before?
It was like you had gotten the splint arm and then you every time you miss on a run you get an injury. So
Oh.
yeah. Okay, we're gonna hit it this time though, but you have a choice, Seth. So this is called this the casualty move. When you are grievously hurt, you're in bad shape. Tell someone your darkest secret or unfulfilled hope, and then choose one. You get 1 final heroic act, subject to the DM's discretion before you die, or you're out of commission. You're unable to do anything, but your character will survive if the others can get you off the island in time. Either way, you may choose an unused playbook and create a new character. The DM will tell you when your new character appears.
One last heroic thing, or
Or you're dead weight that everybody has to carry around the rest of the set.
Seth-
Seth,
wanna
you
be
did
dead
make a
weight.
backup character already, right?
no, this was
Yes.
a 2-shot.
Seth, it's
They
a
take 5
2-shot.
seconds.
Come on, you didn't make a backup character?
No. Okay, and after you want to? Does it have to be a character dark secret, or can it be something funny that I did that you didn't realize?
Definitely, it has to be in character.
Okay, dang it.
And that's I'm like,
Um,
what are you? What are
Can't
you-
give
I'll
me-
tell
Seth,
you
I
the
don't
one
want-
after my
It's
character.
Seth, I don't want to
dark
hear
secret.
your dark secret.
Yeah,
No, no, it's a
that's
funny
what I
thing
thought you were
about-
saying too.
It's a funny thing about how I created my character.
No, that does not count, my friend.
Dark secret of the character is that
This is probably like what you blurt out in your final frenzied moments here, right?
My
Blur out.
name's not Rick. Bleh.
probably like I'm getting attacked and Brad's about to turn around. I'm like, no, go. You were always the favorite anyway. Something like that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna shove a thing of painkillers down one of the pterodon's throat so it dies.
Okay.
I have a thing of pain pills in my
Well,
inventory.
real quick, I think we'd probably frame it like this, right? Maybe it's like either your brother or Terry gets in trouble, and you then choose,
yeah.
right?
I'll do that. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, Brad was about to get attacked, and then
And it's probably like defending you, right? It was like he something swooped in for you. He rushed into your way, and it was like, ugh, and then he's wrestling with it, right? Ugh.
And I jump on its back. I say that, and I shove pain pills down its throat so it dies.
Yeah, show all your medical instruments down, and then you write it down into the the chasm, and no one sees what happens to you. Very good, very good. All right, Seth, you go ahead and start making your new character. And you let me know when you're done, and we can introduce that. That guy.
Do I keep Greg's character sheet up, or do you want me to?
Yeah, well, here I'll make a new one. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Seth's second character.
Character who can run. But here's the thing: I rolled even if I had +2 to roll, I still would have died.
I know you rolled really bad.
Seth's new character, Reg Gong.
What?
Reg Gong, your new character.
What are you guys? What's Terry again?
A hunter.
So your options
what's
are
Kurt? What's
between,
Kurt? I don't.
The options you can choose are kid, paleontologist, soldier, or survivor. If you chose survivor, you could just play
I was
Brad
about
if
to
you
say,
wanted
you might
to.
want to just play a survivor. And then
I
you
can
might
just play
survive.
Brad.
Yeah, you could play Brad. Yeah.
Sure, I'll just play Brad.
Yeah, go ahead and make him as a survivor then. The only thing I know about him is he has a ghillie suit and a gun.
And he now has a pen light.
True. Yeah. Yeah, good luck with any other injuries, guys. No doctor.
I
tried to be nice and play the cleric.
What do you say, Emily?
None of us have had any other injuries.
It's just been the doctor getting injured,
We didn't
too.
need the doctor.
I'm pretty sure Seth racked up 5 injuries in the course of this game.
I don't want to hear about it, okay? I don't want to hear about it. What are my options for rumors?
Well, yeah, this would have been whatever Brad heard. Let's take a look. Let's
And it's
see.
2-1 -1, right?
Yes.
2-1 -1, yeah. You heard
Brad's about to be
that-
so fit. So he doesn't get injured.
I think Brad heard that there are natives who worship dinosaurs as gods. Yeah, and I as we go here, I can fill you in a little bit on like what Greg has actually experienced, or sorry, Brad. He's on the island. Oh darn! I gotta open up Photoshop and change your name.
You didn't make back
Oh, the
up
overlays.
character overlay for Seth. Come on, Caleb. You knew what was gonna happen.
I really should have. But yeah, I think the rest of you, I mean, Terry and...
Watch, we're never going to run again after this. And suddenly this character is going to keep having to roll things that he's bad at. And he's going to die.
Uh-huh. Yep. What do you expect? This is you, Seth. This is how you and me go.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
So Terry and Brad managed to get across the chasm just fine, I think, at that point, right? They make it to the other side. There's like a hole in the... there's like a door... that they can't really, the pteranodons can't really follow, and that you rush through and we cut away. Kurt, you are now in an Indiana Jones movie. What do you want to do?
Well, I pull out my whip. No, so first thing I want to try is, knowing that I am in a crypt, I want to see if I can find, well, first of all, I want to grab my little dino friend.
Yep. Squirming and trying to bite you, but
yeah, I want to see if honestly, I'm gonna kind of hold him out in front of me like a weapon. Like if anything gets close, I'm just gonna have it like try to bite at it.
Okay. It's one way to handle things, I suppose.
Did Jordan just become a druid?
He's an artificer who just multi-classed into druid.
Okay.
Oh, that's kind of a sick idea, though.
I'm just imagining like the gnomes in World of Warcraft that make like the mech raptors or whatever.
Yeah, okay. So
yeah, you're just gonna wander around looking.
What's your lucky do? Yeah, so I want to wander around. I want to see if there's anything like, I don't know, any ancient text or anything that I can study while I'm down here.
Sure, that sounds like a scavenge to me. right? You're just you're taking a moment to try to find something useful. Yeah, so technically, normally you would have another hero help you with this and you tell them a story, but I'm fine with you telling the dinosaur story if you like.
Okay.
The dinosaur needs a character sheet.
I mean, he has one. He has the little theropod move sheet here. You can. His instinct is to bring down larger prey, and he has the following moves: call the flock, overwhelm with numbers, and enter or escape through tiny passages.
Okay. So I'm gonna do a time you are forced to cut corners.
Okay.
So I'm down there and I'm like looking around and I'm like, well, Charlie. I've named this dinosaur Charlie now, by the way. This is something that he has decided in his head and has not discussed with anyone and will not vary on. The dinosaur's name is Charlie. So I'm hanging around with Charlie and I say, Charlie, let me tell you, I may or may not have skipped a few classes in university regarding ancient history and the deciphering of hieroglyphics, but you know, I had a friend who was much better at it than me, and well, I may or may not have helped him with a couple of his own papers, and we traded some work here and there, and well, we both have our PhDs now. That's all that matters. We do good work. But I may be out of my depth here.
Incredible. I love it.
And he like blinks and he stares down and he like blinks at Charlie and he goes, "Can you read these hieroglyphics?"
He goes.
That's
Sorry, you just popped there. Yeah, it just turns at you.
Fair
All
enough.
right, go ahead and roll scavenge. All right, that is
Yeah,
a
that's fitting.
9.
This game is rigged.
Okay, so you find something handy, but you make a lot of noise. Yeah, I think this is like you're holding out the dinosaur like this, right? And I think it just keeps yapping. And so I think the Compsognathus is like, you know, as the audience, we get a shot of the Compsognathus is finding the shaft and then starting to go down the shaft after you, right? Like they're eventually gonna show up. But you do find something handy. You find an actual tomb, right?
Oh, okay.
This is like straight up like a burial crypt or something, right? You turn a corner, you see a door or an empty doorway or whatever. The door is probably open. It does seem like it was recently. Oh, like it's like like dust has been disturbed as it opened. And you walk in and you see, yeah, this like big tomb, you know, Mayans Moria style. There's big chamber built around it to honor him. Hieroglyphics, murals, everything. What you would have come to expect from the ruins that you saw above, right? Like pictures of dinosaurs and things and whatnot. But it looks like the tomb is it contains the skeleton of a human adorned with dino hide garments or claws. So like it had, I think it's a warrior of some sort. So like dino hide and then like claws on the end of it. Right, like as if it was like Wolverine claws as like gauntlets or whatever. And the thing looks recently disturbed. You're not sure if it's like a human or an animal dug into it, but like it's, you know, the bones are jostled around. It looks like maybe something else was in there that it was taken. You're not sure exactly what happened here, but yeah, you find that you can look around the chamber. What are you trying to find? Anything in particular?
I want to see if there's anything I can use in here to tame the dinosaur a little bit.
Okay. So I think at the back of the room there is there are carved grooves and rivulets in the wall that make some sort of geometric pattern. And in the center of the pattern is what looks to be some sort of, I don't know, obsidian stone something or other, a big block or piece of like black rock shoved into the center of this wall pattern thing, this design. Do you get close to it and start studying it?
Of course.
Yeah, it draws your eye
Naturally.
for some reason.
Yeah.
I think it might even be that the dinosaur, it draws its attention, right? It looks at it, starts paying attention to it. You get closer. When you touch the obsidian, it pulses faintly, like with a purplish glow that starts to kind of ripple out through the rest of the design. You hear it humming softly behind the wall. The dinosaur seems to get extra agitated. What do you do?
Something is humming behind the wall.
Mm-hmm. Like maybe it's like some sort of artifact or device of some sort.
Think. I mean, it's not like I can just bust down the wall. Or can I?
You're only limited by your own brain
And your character
and
sheet.
the
but yeah.
rolls.
Oh, there's- I want to start feeling around on the wall and see if I can find like a panel or something that I can push in. And
You
like,
don't.
like basic
But
motion.
when you go back, when you kind of double back around to the stone, you feel, oh, yeah, there's some give here if I press this in.
Yeah,
You want to do that?
yeah.
Sure. I think you press it, and the Compsognathus goes still. The purple light kind of fills the rivulets, the design. The rest of the murals start lighting up with this weird kind of eerie purplish light. Whole room is kind of glowing on you now. And then the Compsognathus, his head, which is sticking out as you're like holding it, it slowly turns around to you. And then it says in perfect English, "Why did you touch that?"
You know what? I thought M was kidding about the dinosaurs were the ones that made this place, but I'm starting to realize now that she was just in on it the entire time.
And actually,
Why do you
it
think
does it
I
in.
brought you here.
Actually, this is probably what it does. I don't think it like has its own voice. It's mimicking yours. What would be something that you said that would be an eerie thing to have said in that moment?
So it's Twig Snap.
Probably something like, "You've done it now, old bean."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what it says.
So I go, "Well, you didn't tell me not to do it."
And then you start hearing, and you know the flock of Compsognathus is on your tail. What do? They seem way angrier than before.
I ask Charlie what I need to do. What do I need to do? What must be done?
It just keeps repeating, "You've done it now, old bean. You've done it now, old bean."
Okay. I just go, "Oh, sod off," and I just take off. I like try to see if there's any other way out or.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a run for it.
Okay.
All right. Options. You get to a new location, but you're still being pursued, or you escape the threat into a new perilous situation.
Ooh, what do you guys think?
Still being pursued isn't interesting. It's just delaying it.
Yeah, it's just like, here's a new location.
Mm-hmm. It's just the
Yeah, make Caleb make a new threat.
Okay, let's go with let's escape the threat into a new perilous situation. Whatever
Sounds
that
good.
could mean.
Sure.
Your
Um,
ex-wife
So
has a gun to your forehead. I'll be taking that, thank you. That would be very Indiana Jones, actually.
that would
right.
be very
Yeah.
Indiana
No, so I think I think we maybe cut from that moment. You just like run, right? And then we cut back with you after some time has passed and you've made it out, right? Like we've passed through that moment. You managed to escape. You're not entirely sure what happened, right? You have this like weird, you're like, what did I touch? Like, what did that do? I don't understand.
Why is this dinosaur talking to me?
Yeah. And
Guys, it's Jurassic Jones.
I feel like
Sorry,
I
it's
just,
it's
like-
actually Indiana Park.
I thought about that, but
yeah,
Just a
okay.
park in Indiana.
Trying to think.
can I just like hear dinosaurs in my mind now? Can I just like hear what they're saying and talk to them? Am I the dinosaur king? Dinosaurum Rex?
So I think you end up somewhere. Let's see here. Okay, you find your way this way. And I'm going to say you end up at another place. So we see you eventually find, like you're down in the crypts and tunnels here, and eventually you lose the compsognathus, and you find your way. You're first. At first, you're lost, right? You've kind of lost your way based on all the turns and stuff you had to take. You didn't know where you're going. When you try to grab your like compass out, it just spins, and you're not really sure why. Like it didn't do that before, so you're not entirely sure what's going on. Yeah, it's not like helping you at all. Let me find something here real quick. Yeah. And you end up finding at the end of a dead end tunnel, a metal, very modern looking metal ladder leading up to a trapdoor hatch above you. Are you still just like carrying the compsognathus? Or did you give him up? Did you like throw him back to get rid of the?
No.
Okay.
No. He's coming with me.
All right, so
His
just
name is Charlie.
yeah, you just keep.
So was there a point where it stopped? I stopped hearing the voice.
Yeah, it did
in
it.
my
It did
head?
it. You know, maybe 5-6 times, and it stopped.
Okay. Well, Charlie, it's just me and you now.
Yeah, you want to crawl up the ladder?
Yeah, I just gotta do it real careful because I'm carrying Charlie. All right.
Make your way up the ladder.
Yeah. What do I need to come off of that?
I don't think you need to roll anything. Like you're not being immediately chased. You
Yeah.
will be in another paralyzed situation in here for a second, but I do think there is actually a moment of where you think you're safe. And so you just climb up the ladder with one hand carefully, holding the compsognathus so it's not biting you. You get up there, you get to the hatch, and it is open, right? Like it kind of it's rusty, so it kind of takes a little strength, but get the kind of latch open, and then you push it open, and you find yourself in what looks to be like maybe family dormitories or something. It's abandoned. There's debris and stuff all over the place. It looks like it's been abandoned for some time. Some of the nature is starting to reclaim it. But the first thing you notice is, again, you're in family dormitories, and you look on the wall, and you see that they're filled with children's crayon drawings. There's smiling humans standing beside dinosaurs, and the dinosaurs are labeled with names like Blinky and Gordo.
Gordo
Blinky,
sounds like a cool name.
Gordo. What preposterous names for a dinosaur. Wouldn't you agree, Charlie? This must be... Well, it can't be... what's his name? Buck Denver. What's your brother's name?
Brad?
Brad Wong, Buck Denver. Honestly, a way cooler name. Not that your name isn't good, just so you know, but
yeah. So, well, I suppose it can be Brad's. I don't see. I suppose it could be Brad's, but I don't take him for the Crayola type. More of a number 2 sort of fellow.
I'm assuming you mean the pencil.
we can only hope.
Yeah, he goes, that didn't come out right. Ignore what I said, Charlie.
Yeah. Number 2.
I would like to see if I can find any clues to figure out what in the world is a random, like a hatch and all these drawings. Like, what in the world are these doing here?
Sounds good. Are you trying to get a lay of the land, or are you trying to scavenge for something useful?
I want to know how old these look.
Let's do lay of the land. You want to tell another story to your dinosaur friend?
Yes, but I've got to figure out.
While you're thinking of that, let's go ahead and cut back to the others.
Okay.
And you guys have made it out, Terry and Brad. You've made it out of the ruins towards the jungle, I think to the south. And he brings you out of like a tunnel, and just back into the jungle proper. Brad, would you like to introduce us to your new character?
Well, I am Brad Wong, the brother. I came here on. What is there a certain situation I came here under that you already had in mind, Caleb?
Yeah. Let me double check my notes real quick.
Did I come here to become the dinosaur king?
Oh man, you ruined the whole secret. He's gonna pull out some cool cards and summon a baby dinosaur. I'm gonna send you this blurb I wrote up.
Okay. Okay, I got that. I got it.
And there's one extra bit there.
Okay, I kind of figured that's what that was going on there. Okay. So Brad would probably just turn to the...
Well, real quick, do you want to tell us your personality, look, and special move?
Why did I put personality? Paranoid.
Mm-hmm.
Probably at this point. Look, survivalist, kind of frazzled. Frazzled as well. And the rumors, you said they're natives that worship dinosaurs as gods. And what
Yep.
was the other thing you said?
What are your special moves?
Oh, special moves. I have been around the block. When someone mentions a specific location on the island for the first time, roll plus clever if you've been there.
Nice.
Regardless of the roll tone. See, but I did not put my plus in clever. I put it in fit. Maybe I should move steady and clever around.
Oh yeah, clever should not be -1.
I'll make the clever the +1.
That was Terry's mistake.
Yeah.
Still waits to be seen whether it'll get him killed, but
here's the thing. Having fit at -1 was also a mistake.
Yeah.
So I'm putting steady at -1 because
you also have homeward bound as a move.
Oh, I didn't see that one. When you trek to your hovel, roll plus clever.
And I'm assuming that's what's happening right now. Right? You're gonna bring Terry back to your home base. Real quick, I do think that you have a gun, but we're gonna say it doesn't have any bullets, and so you just use it as a spear. You just have like a bayonet, basically, or whatever, like attached to it, because that's what's on your actual character sheet. So, so yeah, what do the two of you say as you make your way back out in the jungle?
I would just probably turn to Terry and say, "So, who are you?"
Terry.
Just Terry. No other personality traits. Just Terry.
Sorry, I didn't realize we're having a whole little meet and greet. I
why-
thought we were just trying
Why
to...
are you here? You shouldn't be here. Who let
Why
you
are
come?
you here?
At this point, I'm like, I'm not sure you want to know.
Well, I asked you, so I'm pretty sure I want to know. Also, that my acquaintance and your brother just died back there, and he came to come looking for you. So
Yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You really, really shouldn't have done that. Look, it may seem callous, but I've seen lots of people die on this island, and as long as I'm surviving, it's gonna keep happening. As long as I survive, as long as it's not me, that's all that matters.
so why do you like living here?
No.
So why don't you leave?
How exactly would I get out of here? Can't just grab a pterodon and fly off. This isn't oh frick, what's that movie? This isn't Castaway. Can't just build a raft and start talking to a coconut.
Well,
I don't think that movie existed yet, but yeah.
Oh, true.
I mean, but still, I mean, like, I feel like after a year, I maybe would have
Look,
tried something to get out.
I've tried, it's never worked. I'm not
Well-
exactly I'm not well no, I am clever. I think I'm just as clever as my other character. Yeah, we're just as clever as each other. I was gonna say I'm not clever like my brother, but that wasn't gonna be accurate. Look, I'm not exactly the handiest. I don't know how to build a raft. Even then, like you had to take a helicopter into here, or was it a helicopter or a plane?
Plane.
You guys took a plane in here. There's no chance. There's a good chance I just don't survive if I leave. I've managed to survive here. I'm just taking my risks here, I guess you could say. If you
Well-
have an out, though,
Yeah, we have a
I want in.
helicopter coming in a few days.
we'll have to get the heck out of here before it's too late.
But we need to find the other person I came with.
I don't even know where we start with that. I guess there are a couple places that are more survivable we could check. Do we head back to my place? Not like that. Look, we need to regroup. I have a little, well, I guess you'd call it home. I've been staying in, even though it's not like real home, but you know what I mean. It's what I've got.
My hovel is your hovel.
Is that what you're thinking, Caleb? We would go back to like.
Well, yeah, you could try to regroup there, or you could just like head out straight to try to check those locations. Depends. I guess it depends on like how much Terry would push to be like, no, we need to go after him now.
Yeah, I guess would Terry push for finding him now?
Yeah, I feel like we should. The more time we spend apart, the further he could be from us.
Fair. Where did you last see him?
Seemingly the same place you last saw him. I think you know this place better than I do.
Yeah. What peril?
Don't you have a move for that?
Be? Been around the block, but
yeah, I would say let's roll been around the block for the ruins you were just in, because I think that would be like where you know that goes out to, right? Would be kind of the idea there.
I will.
So go ahead and roll plus clever. Hey, there you go.
There we go.
All right, so yeah, obviously we know about that. Yeah, let's say then that this is you rolling to be like, I know where he probably ended up.
Mm-hmm.
Since we have already marked the ruins on the map, let's say that this over here, which is the complex, that's where you're like, most of those caves don't go anywhere, but there's one place that like the complex that's on here that they connected their place to those tunnels. So that's probably where we need to go.
Yeah. Like he may have fallen into one of the caverns. That's probably where he fell, and those just lead one place, and it's a bit overgrown, but sometimes the dinosaurs leave it alone since there's not anyone left there, not anything left there. Let's go.
I kind of just like gesture you to go ahead.
What route do you think Brad would want to take? You'll have to cross the river again, so you could either go back to the ruins and go over that bridge again, or find another way if Brad had you could make up for Brad like a way he has to get across.
Given the fact that we just came that way and we know that the dinosaurs there are agitated, probably want to go a different route.
Yeah, one thought I had was maybe like you had like a makeshift raft somewhere down the river here, or ferry rather, that like you could like pull yourself across on a rope or something.
You could do something like that.
Sounds good. Yeah, I think Brad and Terry head off into the jungle back toward the river, heading for that ferry. Kurt, let's cut back to you. You're telling a story to a dinosaur again?
Let me tell you, Charlie, do you know why we humans like to name things? It is because it is one of the greatest honors, the greatest pleasures of being mankind. You give something, whether it's a dinosaur like yourself or even another one of us.
God in the garden set Adam to naming all the animals.
Yeah.
And ever since then, men have wanted to name everything we come across.
Yeah. I'm not going to make that joke. It was bad if I showed restraint. The greatest honor is to have something named after yourself. That is why I chose to name you Charlie, after my great-grandfather Charles Bardsley. And let me tell you, that man could name.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead and roll lay the land. So you're trying to get lay the land, right? You're because you're trying to find.
I was trying to see if I could figure out how old this place is. And
right, you want to know about this place, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Nice. All right, tell you about two landmarks, one natural, one man-made that you can see. On a 10+, they will also show you where you are on the map. So now you know where you are right over here, right? You get out of the dormitory, right? And you make your way, and yeah, it's a complex, right? It's like some sort of. It looks like it was built in maybe like the 50s or the 60s. That's the architecture that it reminds you of. And yeah, it's, pretty high tech in terms of like the technology that was once running the place. You see let me find this. You see a broken playground near the dormitories. Its swings are twisted and overgrown, and the deep claw marks are in the slide. Gnawed plastic litters the ground. But then you kind of get a vantage point. Maybe you go up on what's remains of the playground equipment, right? And get a look, and you can see, yeah, like the complex all around you, right? The various rooms, such as like a control room, dormitories. There's like some sort of lab, maybe medical facility. Lots of different interesting places to explore here. And then in terms of like the natural thing that you see, I think you see. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank here. What would be another natural landmark that we could? Actually, wait. I could look at the book here.
A water tower.
Let's say. Let's say you can see a beach from here, over this way.
Yep.
And like those are rare. Like it's obviously we established beforehand. It's very hard to get here, so you do see a small beach, right over here. So sand dunes. There you go, beach.
What time is it?
Yeah. I would assume you went like you parachuted early in the day, so it's probably midday now.
Okay, so it's not sunset.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
Do you want to head anywhere in particular?
I want to probably head.
Oh, here. One thing you notice immediately next to you, one of the dorms looks like it was like digged out or destroyed or blown up or something. And beneath it, you see what looks to be what was once an underground nursery or daycare. That's for dinosaurs specifically, right? Inside, you see some cracked dinosaur eggs, the remnants of whatever was like a hatchery or something here. So you can check that out if you want it.
I'll check it out.
Sounds good. Yeah, so we see you kind of creep along, lower yourself down into the kind of what was like a basement, basically, right? Basement facility. And you almost freak out as soon as you get down there because so you're hearing this kind of like low, mid-level drone, like and you're not sure what it is, but then you hear a click, and then and it's like something rewinding. And then you hear a child's voice say, "Good night, Lily. Don't be scared. She just wants to cuddle." And then that drone of the static of the rest of the cassette tape. You're not sure where it's coming from, but it's like somewhere down here. And then yeah, so it drones for a little while and then clicks, rewinds. "Good night, Lily. Don't be scared. She just wants to cuddle."
Charlie, do you know this Lily? Is this Lily a friend of yours?
It turns to you and then says, "Good night, Lily. Don't be scared. She just wants to cuddle."
Oh, stop
Good night,
that.
Lily.
You're doing that on purpose now.
And then Kurt, that's when you get a sniff of something kind of foul. Maybe smells like
body.
no, more like a rank kind of wet, maybe urine scent.
This is a nursery. Is that ammonia I smell?
And let me grab something here real quick.
Oh, we're
Figure
about
out.
to get Gerardied. Your mic is muted. Seth.
You're about to get what? Gerardied?
Yeah, Gerardi.
What's that?
The sniper from TF2 has.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. Gerardi.
Yeah, I think you hear like footsteps, claws hitting stone.
Does this sound like it's coming from inside of here?
There are corridors, they're like, basement corridors, hallways going out from this room, and they sound like they're coming from the 4 corridors that are surrounding you. You start to hear them at a dissonant rhythm from each other.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I go, Charlie, I think that is our signal to leave.
What do you want to do?
I turn around and I go back up the ladder and I leave the nursery.
You do it slowly.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Quietly.
Trying to decide that's an option anymore.
Oh, piss Charlie.
Let's do this. Let's have you roll hide. So plus clever. You are trying to do this as quietly as you can so that they don't realize that you're moving away from them. All right, mild success. On a hit, it either can't find you or get to you. You're safe. On a 7 to 9, someone else is exposed. If you stay hidden, you'll be fine, but they won't. So this is threatening your dinosaur. You have to, basically, to do this properly, you will have to leave the Compsognathus on the ground there.
It might be eated.
I guess it does say if you're alone, the DM will offer you a different hard choice. But this basically is the same thing, right? You must give up your live capture or...
Give up my live capture or use it as bait?
I mean, yeah, either way, you're losing it is the idea, I think.
Entirely losing it, or could
Yeah.
I stop the thing before?
I don't think so. I think your option here is save yourself or save the dinosaur.
If I save the dinosaur, do I die? I mean,
it means you have to like roll something else because they're like attacking you. You need to run or whatever, right? Because on a hit, it either can't find you or get to you. If you don't get that hit, right? If you don't, yeah.
So I think Charlie goes, Charlie, understand my parental care in the decision that I'm about to make, and then I run.
All right, cool. All right, go ahead and roll a run.
Because I'm so fit.
All right, you get to a new location where you're still being pursued, or you escape the threat into a new perilous situation. And as you
Wait, I thought you hid though. I thought he hid.
He did if he gave into my hard choice, but he refused my hard choice.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you can choose one of those. Basically, you just rush up the ladder. I think what happens is you like toss him like a football up there, right? And then you run up the ladder as fast as you can. And you see from the 4 corners, you see velociraptors, right? You're like all rushing in, and like they're coming after you. What are you doing? Where are you going? Which option do you choose?
Oh. I have 3 directions I think I could go. I could go 4. I could go A, to the beach. B, I can make a beeline for the helicopter area.
Well, keep in mind, you're in a big complex. You could go to one of the places in the complex.
Oh, that's true. Where are the other places in the complex?
So the ones that you saw were like a control room, the dormitories is where you are right now, / the hatchery. There's one there.
Yeah.
There's a lab that you saw, a mainframe, a medical facility, offices.
We'll try the control room.
Say again?
We'll try the control room.
All right, sounds good. So you're gonna go to the straight to the like main hub of the complex, and hopefully there'll be some security there.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So you're still being pursued, but you get to this new location. So, control room. You see dozens of screens, long abandoned coffee mugs, the hiss of static, all these different control rooms, access to doors and stuff. It does seem like there is something powering that still. Like there's something on in here. Maybe just emergency power or something. You see, like various computer systems that you can try to get working again. You have enough of a head start that you could try something, right? Maybe even just like lock yourself in a room. What do you want to try? You're like frantically running as fast as your little engineer legs will carry you, and they're slowly converging from all different sides, like starting to pin you down.
I want to try to lock myself in a room that seems to have like a control panel. Or
Yep, that's easy enough.
Something that I could find like electricity flowing.
Yeah, like a main hub that controls things.
The main hub would work, but also like a side closet or something that I could just like get in, lock it real quick.
What I mean is like
set up a
you want a
trap.
computer that can control other systems so that you can do things while locked in the room.
That would be ideal, but I would also settle for something where I can set a trap where if a dinosaur walks in, it's going to get electrocuted.
Okay.
Just like by jerry-rigging.
Yeah. Let's take a look at your character sheet and see what your options are. Yeah, I'd say this is probably jury rig. Let's do it.
Okay. Let me actually load my. Okay.
Nice. All right, there you go. So, yeah, I'd like to think that you'll find a section of the control room that has like a row of computers and screens and things, some of which are still hissing with static. And what you do is you find like you get in there, you close this like metal door, and it's like the system isn't quite on yet, so you can't like the lock doesn't engage when you like click it in there. But what you do find is like some exposed wires that have been ripped out of the wall, and you like use it to not only like tie it down in such a way that the door stays closed, but then you press the wires right to the metal door handle, and so when they actually get to the door, they're repelled, right? Like, and so no matter what they do, they try to get to it. You're also stuck in here. Like, you touch the door, you're gonna get electrocuted. But for now, you're good. Yeah, so you have a moment there where the Velociraptors are just kind of like pacing around, waiting for an opportunity, but you're stuck in here for now.
So I go, ha! We did it, Charlie!
You've really done it now, old bean.
I go, I have, haven't I? Just kind of proud of myself. Now then, let's see about this facility's power and other things that we can find here. I'm sure if I just fiddle with this and a little bit of that and this coffee is French roast.
I think maybe go ahead and roll just do it. Right, you're just doing normal engineer stuff like turn on computers, get power working again. But under the pressure of raptors trying to find any way to get into the room, slowly pinning you down.
I mean, raptors.
There is like a big viewing window, and at one point the Velociraptor just go up to it and like start to scratch the glass and trying to like, can I just like beat this down, right?
And
you think it'll hold, but you don't want it to try.
who are the who are the people that like give like the funders of big science projects and stuff, like big academic funders? What am I thinking?
Scholarships? Is it what are you thinking of?
Kind
Well,
of.
the name of the person who gives scholarships
Well, I mean more like someone,
or grants?
maybe grants. I'm thinking of like specifically for like a big research grant. There we go, research
Yeah.
grants. So I think I go Velociraptors research grant. Oh gosh darn it! I can't even think of it. Auditors, research grant auditors. It's all the same.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, you're starting to get those together. No, that one's kind of boring. Sorry, I'm rolling for something here.
Jordan's hogging all the good rolls.
That's always been my plan.
Yeah, so you start to get things turned back on, and you get access to like the doors and like some various like computer screens and systems and stuff. Let me take a look at my notes here for that. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So, you're starting to do that. Let's say that this is the moment where, actually, yeah, I think we get to the ferry. So, Brad and Terry, you managed to get to the ferry, and
Well, didn't it take Jordan's character like a while to get to the place?
It did, yeah, I know.
Okay, just making sure.
It's taking you a while to get there too, right?
Fair.
So you're at the ferry, and everything looks relatively safe. Do you just want to cross?
I don't like the sounds of that, Caleb.
I mean, the options are crossing or not crossing, so I'm pretty sure we're crossing.
Yeah, we're crossing. I just don't like how Caleb said it.
Cool. So I think at first, like, there's no roll. You're just like taking like the brush away from your hidden ferry here, and then making sure the rope is still intact, and then you both like climb on, and you start to pull yourself across. And we of course see some fun little shots of what looks to be maybe like a gigantic crocodile, in the river, slowly appearing and bobbing up and down. You haven't noticed it yet?
Crocodile. Oh,
yeah, it's like a
no.
dinosaurus or something, right? However you pronounce that. And eventually, of course, you get about halfway. So you're too far across to go back now. That's of course the point where the ferry rocks violently.
No.
Seth, go ahead and roll. What's it called? Hold on to your butt to see if you can like hold on and make sure that like the ferry doesn't get tipped over or knocked.
Yeah, Seth, hold your.
You don't get knocked into the river.
Oh Come on! Why? I told you, Jordan is hogging all the good rolls. I had a +2 to that, and I still failed.
We're gonna
Roll
die.
20 hates me.
We're all gonna die.
The dumb thing is you keep failing on the rolls that say explicitly in the miss, you're injured.
Come on!
Okay. Who was the first person out of our group to have any character die in any session of any kind?
Seth, usually.
No. I mean, like at the very first character.
Oh, it was Jordan. Yeah. You're right.
It was me. Was it Darius?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Okay. So I think what happened was I'm like.
Well, I guess unless we did a side story of.
Did we do the rat
Moldrak
side story first? Yeah.
Oh no, Moldrak, he died.
Moldrak was the first side story death. So if that was before Darius's death at the end of season 1, which I think it probably was, then it was probably Moldrak.
Yeah.
Roll 20 hates me. It's just fact of life.
Okay, so I'll let you choose what that injury looks like, Brad. How do you get injured?
So
Well,
I mean,
he was
I
holding
think
on to his butt, so it's not his butt.
yeah, at the very least, yeah, you know what? I think you guys just get thrown into the river. I think that you failed. You straight up failed the roll. So Brad is not able to keep hold on the rope, and so boom, the ferry just gets tipped over. You guys are dunked into the water. You're being swept along, not at like a super fast pace, but yeah. And then Brad, I assume the crocodile gets hold of you some way. What does it look like? Or you like knock your head against a rock or something?
Yeah, I was thinking something like that. Get my head knocked against the rock.
Okay, yeah, maybe the ferry just like knocks into your head and you're like dazed and underwater. Terry, how do you handle the situation?
Um,
Like the ferry is technically still there. It just like you got flipped over.
can I?
It was
see if
basically
I
just a wooden
can-
raft.
Can I see if I can get us back on the raft?
Sure. Yeah. Are you trying to do it like get yourself up on first or help?
Yeah, can I try and get myself up on and then take my hand? Is that the correct move for that? to
Yeah,
get
sure. Yeah,
Brad
that makes
up?
sense. Go ahead and roll. Just do it first to get up on the raft.
Yeah.
There we go. So Terry's cool, calm, and in control. He's just like, dip in the water. Okay, back on the raft. And then yeah, go ahead and roll. Take my hand. Like Brad comes up sputtering, like dazed, and then you're like, come here.
There we go.
Nice.
See, all those successes around my fail.
So I think what happens at this point, right, is the ferry has been dislodged from the rope pulley system that you used to just pull yourself across easily. So it's down the river now. So you could try to figure out some way to paddle across. Maybe you have backup like emergency paddles or something you could use. Either way, or like just a plank of the wood. Either way, you're gonna have to get the ferry across the river before the crocodile comes back and tries to eat you. What do you think?
I have a different idea. I don't know if it would work.
You're so quiet.
I have a different idea. I don't know if it would work. I could roll for Homeward Bound. Roll plus clever to get us out of here.
I'm not sure that applies right now. Like you're in the middle of a bad situation. You can't just be like, okay, we're going home.
Well, the idea was like change of plans. I can't get across, but I can get us home. I could roll to fight. I have my bayonet.
Yes, true. You could roll with a +1.
Fight
and then,
the river.
So keep in mind, the fight move is the last resort move because
Okay, never mind.
like on a 7 to 9, you also have to choose one. Either you aren't injured or you injure the enemy, not both. And then on a fail, you just die.
Would it be best just to run because I have fit +2 and just run on the thing? And
So
start, like,
yeah, run would be like diving into the water and swimming across. I think you could if you can find some way to paddle yourself across, you could get the ferry across there anyway.
Can I use my rifle? Would that be helpful?
Probably not that helpful. No.
What if
Well,
I
hey, I mean, you could try to tranquilize the
the river.
dinosaurs. No, the crocodile thing.
Oh, I thought we could tranquilize the river, but I guess not.
Though I guess that might be the equivalent of a fight roll. I'm not sure. No, it could probably be just do it. Maybe. Yeah, because you're not necessarily fighting for your life. It's not attacking you currently. This would be like finding it in the water and aiming a well-placed tranquilizer dart.
No. I can't be wasting these darts.
Fair enough. Yeah, I mean, at the very least, I do think you just rip off a piece of wood from the raft and use it to paddle.
Yeah, I think we should try and do that first.
Yeah.
Who has the worst steady?
Why is it always me? I have a -1.
You got this. This will be the one. This will be the one. This is no, Seth.
This roll does not give you automatic injuries if you fail.
This will be the one, Seth. This will be your great success. You will be a champion.
Hey, that's not bad.
Mild success, just like I said.
On a hit, you pull it off. On a 7 and 9, you slipped, hesitated, or cut corners. The DM will offer you a
Literally-
hard choice.
We did literally cut the thing from the raft.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe either you have time for one of you to jump across, but not both of like one of you will have to face the crocodile in some way or do
Wait,
something
I thought
else.
I thought you said we're ripping a thing off and paddling across.
Yeah, I know, but it's coming after you, right? Like this is you paddling across quick enough to get to the other side before it comes back. And so this would be the like one of you can jump across, and then the other one is going to be still on the ferry when it attacks.
Okay. I'm already injured partially. What is fighting?
+1 if you have a weapon, otherwise no bonus.
Look, here's the deal. You don't have to be the fastest or the fittest. You just can't be the slowest.
My only thought
I would
was
jump across.
So note here, you don't actually have to fight the thing if you're the last person on the raft. You just have to make some other roll to get out of the
Okay.
situation.
what would be the role to get out of the situation?
It depends on how the narrative shakes out. Like, what do we see when you guys you're getting the raft towards the shore? Who jumps off first, and how do you figure that out?
I mean, it makes sense for me to go because I know where we're going.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I'll jump across.
Terry jumps across like a coward, or not Terry. Brad.
Brad.
I'm already
Terry,
partially injured.
you are about to jump across yourself when the thing comes back, and it's gonna like chomp the thing in half. It's gonna attack you. What do you do to get out of it?
How far away is it? Like when I first notice it, is it like already right up on me?
Yeah, it's already right up on you.
I guess I'd have out my hunting knife then, because like a tranquilizer rifle, you got to be.
Yeah.
It takes more time and everything.
You just gonna fight it?
So I think I get my hunting knife ready, and then I get my bag of jerky. And can I try look over there and throw the bag of jerky?
Sure, yeah. Go for it.
A mild
All right.
success.
Wait, how does this move work?
I don't know.
Oh, your friend is safe on a set. Yeah, I don't know if that.
My friend was already safe though.
Mm-hmm.
Did I just roll the wrong thing? Should I have rolled something?
Oh, yeah.
else?
Look over there is when you create a distraction to protect a friend. I see.
Hmm.
Not sure what this would be.
Should I just throw it and then can I run? Like
Sure.
throw it to
Yeah.
distract and then try and be speedy enough?
That makes
Okay.
sense.
Ah,
All right. Same result.
again.
All right. What do you think? New location or escape the threat?
I mean, I think we're going into a new perilous situation together off
Yeah.
the river.
Yeah, so you guys jump into the bushes, right? Scramble up the incline out of the river. We see the dinosaur just like take one last like leap out of the water and snap, and then got nothing but branches, and then slides back into the water, very disappointed. And you guys stumble into the woods, back into the jungle on the other side of the river. And I think what happens is both of you run headlong into a trap. Let's see. Yeah, I think it just happens. You both step on snares and are hoisted into the trees by your ankles.
Well, this is.
And Brad, these are actually your traps.
Oh, it's like,
your head was dazed, and so you didn't like think about it. You didn't know where you were for a second. Anyway,
oh, sorry about that. A little dizzy. But this means my traps work.
and then you hear.
Unfortunately, they don't work on what's coming our direction.
Can I?
Hear something sniffing in the woods near you.
So I'm assuming we're hanging upside down by our ankles.
Yeah.
Can I'm so fit. I'd like to do a little crunch and have my hunting knife and just like cut myself free.
Just got yourself free. Yeah. Go ahead and just do it. Hey,
A
there you go.
great
Yeah, Terry.
success.
Just like one slice, just and land on your feet. Right, you're totally fine.
Yeah.
But
is
yeah,
that
now Brad's
silly?
gonna
Why-
need some help before the thing comes.
Why can't that be fit? Why does it have to be the one I'm bad at?
So do you want to
could
do something,
I-
Brad, or is Terry helping you, or what's happening?
Would I be able to climb up like the trap?
Oh,
Get
yeah,
out
probably.
of the way that way?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like climb up onto the branch. Yeah, go ahead and roll a just do it as well.
Yeah. Because
Um,
this is my character, and my character just die.
I think what it is like you're just so disoriented from your head wound, right? Like
Mhm.
you get up to the branch and then you fall off, right? You slip and fall. And then the rope and then the thing snaps and you boom woof onto the bottom and you don't get taken another injury or anything. But I do think that you're like stunned long enough that like Terry, you know, like the thing is coming and he's not moving for a second here. What do you do?
What can I hold on to his butt?
Yeah, you could hold on to your butt to like drag him
Yeah.
away. Yeah, that makes sense.
Why am I?
Nope.
Oh no!
Hey, now
All right.
someone else is injured besides me.
Okay, so I don't know. What do you think this looks like?
I'm calling this injury his butt because I tried to hold on to his butt and it didn't work.
I mean, like, what's the actual injury though?
I don't know. Did I throw out my back trying to pick him up?
Makes sense.
Yeah, maybe you like you're running as best you can out into the trees. You kind of slip on a muddy incline and like get thrown backwards, slide down. You're injured. Your back is just like on fire. As you like slide down like this muddy ledge. And you guys slip and stumble in this kind of like muddy trench, basically, muddy ditch. And the thing is definitely in eye line now, in eyesight. And it is like an allosaurus, it seems like, some sort of like big red dinosaur, not quite as big as the Tyrannosaurus that you saw earlier. But it is going to, let's see. It rushes down at you guys, sort of slips itself, but then kind of like crashes its head into a big tree and knocks it over, and it is careening towards both of you. So the tree is going to hit you first before the dinosaur gets to you. How do you get out of the way?
Run.
You just run out of the way? All right, go for it. Who is the lowest?
I have 2. Run. I have 2.
Oh, it's me.
All right, Terry, go
one.
ahead. Oh
I'm
no!
dead.
All right, casualty. Terry, what do you do here? So the option. So first, you tell someone your darkest secret or unfulfilled hope, and you can frame this however you like. If you'd like a moment here before this happens, you can have it, and then you get to have one final heroic act, or you're out of commission.
I think like my back is tweaked. I start trying to run and realize like I can't move. This is no good. I look to Brad and I go, in my heart, I knew Bigfoot wasn't real.
Oh no,
Oh,
that's so
sad
sad.
day.
And like I just am like, ugh, and I go, come and get me.
Right. Yeah, because probably what happens, right, is you get hit by the tree and get knocked down, and you know
Yeah.
you're not getting back up again, and yeah. So Brad, you're running off.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, thank you for your sacrifice. Goodbye. All right, sounds good. Yep. So I think we just see Terry like on like one knee with a hunting knife, right? Just like.
Can I give Brad like my tranquilizer rifle?
Sure. Yeah.
Do you want my hunting knife too?
Sure.
I give him everything.
Just loot.
Loot the body.
You can have my camouflage jacket, but you're not allowed to have my
camouflage
camouflage
rags.
pants. rags,
camouflage
but do you
rags
want a
already.
jacket though?
No, I got a ghillie suit.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
like Kurt's just in that main building, and then he finds irrefutable evidence of Bigfoot. He's like, "Oh, so Bigfoot is real."
Yes. Do we see this happen off screen, Emily? The final moment of heroism as you take the thing on, or do we get a moment of you actually doing something on screen?
On screen, I think you see the dinosaur come, makes eye contact with Terry. Terry gets up onto his feet. They lock eyes. He bows to the dinosaur and takes like a hunched like Mortal Kombat starting screen fighting position, like okay.
Yep, kind of bobbing and weaving.
And then immediately it's like, ah, and like already falls back to the ground, and then it cuts away.
Okay. Yeah, and Brad, you're rushing off into the woods. And I mean, yeah, basically the only reason you're going after Kurt at this point is just because of your brother and
Well, he knows where the helicopter ride's coming out.
that's true. Yeah, there you go. That's the main reason. And Brad, you rush after Kurt. I think you probably just get there. Right? And yeah, so Emily, feel free to take a look at the other character options.
Or how about this? I'm dead. And I go to sleep.
Well, so I was basically thinking that we would wrap up in a second here and just like have Brad get to Kurt and then we'd basically be done.
Cool.
That work for you? Yeah, I wasn't planning on pressing on too much longer, but yeah, I mean, maybe whenever you get a chance, take a look at those play sheets and decide what you want to play. I don't think Brad has to make another roll to get there. Like he knows where he's going. We can say that you've gone past the main threats, and you make your way to the complex. Or starting to pick your way through the complex. You're aware of dinosaur dangers, and so you're being careful about it. Kurt, we cut back to you for a second. What you got all of this stuff back on? What are you trying to access specifically or do?
I want to see if there's any sort of way to tame or detain the dinosaurs.
Tame the dinosaurs?
Tame or detain.
Okay, I think you find a what you thought was a locked drawer, but as soon as you start turning some of the systems on, the electronic lock turns off. You pull it open, and you see inside a half-burned journal describing efforts to train out aggression in raptors and raise them like dogs. You're flipping through it, seeing some of the details here. The last pages start to get a little desperate, and one of the last things you see is they started hiding from us like they were planning to do something.
That's creepy.
So, in the system, you find some of the same protocols that they were using to tame them like dogs, but you're not sure how effective it's going to be because of the warnings in the journal. You can still try it if you'd like.
I want to see if I can improve on it.
Sure, yeah.
I want to see if I can figure out, well, clearly you didn't carry the two, you morons.
Yeah. Cool. Let's have you roll. Probably jury rig, right? You're trying to jury rig animal psychology.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do
Nice. Oh my goodness.
God.
Jordan is the real MVP of this game. He just
I told you, Jordan is hogging all the good rolls.
Yeah. So
Look,
you're
I had
sure
my
that you
character
have
die
the right
once,
stuff.
and I'm like, never again.
You're sure that this method is foolproof, and you will be able to do whatever you need to tame the raptors. What do you think that is? What method is going to be effective here?
I think it's
based on their original stuff, and then you're implementing more something more effective.
I think it's establishing like a source of food and like security. Like make the raptors think that I am their source of food and security, so that they want to protect me, and they want to like not eat me and not kill me, because oh no, this is where our food comes from, and this is what keeps us safe.
Okay, so you have a foolproof method. You don't have the materials you need yet.
Yes. And maybe like some sort of like pheromone that makes them think that I'm the mother or something.
Yeah, I think you think if you get to the lab, you'll be able to find that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's probably when Brad shows up, right? Brad, you start sneaking through the complex. You make it towards the control room, and you get you probably have well, you find a vantage point to like look in the complex without being spotted yet, and you see the raptors like pacing around this room, and you have a pretty clear idea of what's going on.
But like all the lights are on, and that's new.
Yeah.
Also, Jordan, for some reason, Roll20 crashed. As I reloaded it, I realized you changed your icon on Roll20, and that's trippy.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. It's just fun guy. He's just a fun guy.
He's a fun guy who's taking some fun guy.
He has earned his vacation as my avatar, so he's going on a trip.
Hopefully. So yeah, Brad, what's your idea to get to Kurt?
Go through the vents. They'll
Or
never
like,
expect the vents.
Scare off the raptors or something, right?
Oh, give me a second. I gotta open my character sheet again.
Yeah, I think we basically do the roll here one way or another. Either like Brad finds a way to do something like that, or the raptors start chasing him, and then we can cut.
How do I not die to the raptors? I have a terrible stench in my gear. What does that mean?
I mean, we could say it's like Tyrannosaurus pee or something. Just drench yourself in Tyrannosaurus pee, start stalking towards them, making loud noises.
What was that, Jordan?
If it's Tyrannosaurus P, that would make it a Tyrannosaurus.
Oh my gosh.
No, the P is silent, like Pteranodon. Yeah, I like the idea that like Brad drenches himself in Tyrannosaurus pee, and then has some sort of like way of making a Tyrannosaurus roar with his, and then just like start stalking towards them.
Sure, we'll go with that.
Just an idea.
I can't think of what else I have, because I could try and be sneaky, but that would inevitably end with me dying.
Probably. Oh yeah, Jordan, you still have your Compsognathus, right? Charlie still around?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just sticking around in the room with you.
Yeah.
I'm not
gonna let the velociraptors get to Charlie. Poor Charlie.
Yeah.
So the velociraptors are outside of the room where Terry. No, not Terry.
Kurt is, yeah.
They're outside the room where he's at. Do not have a lot in my inventory. And I don't really have any special move to help me with either. Sure, we'll go with the using the terrible stench to try and scare them off. Like maybe it's something kind of like you described him like throwing something like a smoke bomb. Maybe it's a stink bomb actually.
No, yeah, sure.
But it also is Tyrannosaur P.
Yeah, that's the base element.
So I'll throw a stink bomb of.
And you're trying to do the distraction move, basically.
Oh, I guess is that wait? Oh wait,
Look
that's
over
right.
there.
There's a whole thing of.
Yeah.
That could work. Yeah.
Makes sense. Go for it.
Let's see what happens.
There you go. So on a 7 to 9, the dinosaur notices you, but you do successfully get them away from Kurt, right? Kurt is going to be free to do whatever he needs to do. They do notice you. What?
Can I like just run into an area and like hide in there?
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. Like you do this. The smoke bomb or whatever, the stink bomb, like flushes them out of the room, but then one of them sees you and starts rushing after you, and you're like, oh, I gotta find a place to hide.
I go in a place because I know all the secret routes and stuff like that. Maybe I go like the direction that he originally came in, and use that as an escape route.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
What do I roll? Run?
Hide probably.
Would it be run? I'm trying to like run away.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Hey, there we go. You escape to a safe location. Wow, we have never rolled a 10 on this move, so I've never seen that writing, that description before.
It's about freaking time.
All right, I mean, you can go ahead and describe it. Brad's been everywhere. What secret place do you find?
I probably just parkour my way around the complex and get myself into a position I know they can't reach.
Nice, perfect.
These dinos, these raptors know me, and they don't like me.
Yeah, and at that point, they kind of like you've led them far enough away that like they kind of give up the chase and give up with Kurt too. Kurt, you'll have a chance to like get out and do whatever you need to do. And honestly, I think we can probably just say that like I guess real quick, Kurt, what would be your first move like once the raptors leave and you know you're safe?
To the lab.
Okay, yeah, so you head to the lab. And I think probably what we see is like Kurt makes a break for the lab as fast as he can, while still not drawing attention to himself. And Brad, after you know the raptors have left, you like peek out of your hiding spot and you catch you see Kurt making his way towards the lab, and you slip out of your hiding spot and follow him. And that's where we'll end our session today of Escape from Dino Island. Because we need to get Emily to sleep. So thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for being good sports about me killing your characters. That's kind of what this game is about. It's Jurassic Park Simulator. You're going to get eaten by dinosaurs. Yep.
I'm used to it.
So Emily, you let us know what you're thinking for a new character when you get a chance, and we'll introduce him or her next time on Escape from Dino Island. All right. That's it. We're out. Adios.